Hey, it's your girl KV back again with some more reviews for The Circle. As you can see, my setting has changed once again. I am doing something with this spare bedroom. I don't know quite what it's gonna be yet. I think it's gonna be like a get ready room, content room. I just had the guys clear it on out and starting from scratch. I brought all my little stuff from the shed. Y'all see my little whiteboard back there, my desk, my little computer chair. So it'll be an office, content room, get ready room is what I'm leaning towards. But yeah, just to explain the disarray in the background, the difference and everything. I'm thinking I'm just gonna bring back in my background that I would use when I was in my she shed, the white brick wall. I think I'm gonna keep with the white brick wall. I think I'm gonna bring that back out. But yeah, that ain't what y'all here for. Y'all here for the review. The Circle season 6, episode 9, y'all. So where did we leave off? We left off with you linked with your ride or die. If they get blocked, you get blocked. Kyle starts getting super emotional, y'all. I can't tell my wife I'm going out like this. I can't go home. I'm fighting too hard for this. I need this money. I need this money for my family. It's just like intense. But I mean, they cooped up in there by themselves for 2 weeks. I'm sure they get a little stir crazy not being able to be around and talk to their loved ones. But I was like, relax, baby, before you have a dang on aneurysm or something. Like, jeez. So, just as I figured, Kyle was going to choose to stay and Paul was going to sacrifice themselves. It was the right thing to do because Caress, she knew she was at the bottom. She knew that she was at the bottom because she had been at the bottom. She played a horrible game as Paul. It just wasn't connecting like she wanted it to connect, okay? So the players learn about the sacrifice and that it's going to only be one person being blocked. And they see the little board or whatever, and they see Paul. My eyes are burning. I guess I need to vacuum again in here. It might be a little too dusty for you, girl. Paul. They see that Paul is gone, but of course they don't know who his ride or die is. Paul gets an alert that he gets to meet Kyle. He goes, because Paul is played by his older sister, Caress. So, Paulie C goes to meet Kyle, and Kyle is like, Paul? Paul, is that you? They have a really good conversation. Kyle is shocked that it's a catfish, but very thankful that Paul Caress chose to sacrifice their games for Kyle to stay in the game. Like I said, it was the right thing to do because she knew she was in the bottom and she knew that Kyle had been playing a good game. So it would have just been so selfish to take him out for what? You probably was going to be getting eliminated anyway. So Caress tells her, she's playing as her little brother because he's real popular on social media. Girl, how does that help you in this game? That was the dumbest thing to me because it's like you say that as if his popularity was going to, come over to the circle. They don't know who that man is, so you playing him because he popular on social media and you felt like you would get that popularity. It shows you that she had no strategy. I really feel like the circle producers probably tell people, hey, we need X amount of catfish. We need at least 2 catfish each season. Are you willing to play a catfish? I feel like that's what it has to be because Caress has so much personality. She should have played herself. I feel like she would have been a fan favorite if she played herself and was able to give you her raw reactions to things, because her trying to mute her personality to change into Paul and be Paul, it didn't work for her. It didn't quite work in the beginning. She started to kind of get the hang of it towards the end of her time, but it was a little too late. So, yeah, glad to see Caress. Shout out to you for sacrificing your game for Kyle. And yeah, did I miss anything? Yeah, that's it. So, who is they? Oh, okay. This is still Caress and Kyle talking. They talk about how they need to keep an eye on Lauren. She made amends with Paul, but right after that accused him of being AI. So they also bring up how, like, she called one Prince Charming, one the king, and she just kind of acting like she's in an alliance with everybody, but it's like, no, they're doubling down on the fact that she's friends with everyone for optics, and it could hurt anyone in the end, and they don't know who that anyone could be because she has no true alliance. So it's like, if you get to the top with me, we don't know who you coming for. We don't know who to protect from you. So yeah, it's iffy. It's iffy having her around. So next they talk about Olivia and the king of boring pick that they think Olivia drew, but it was really QT setting him up so that he could think Olivia drew it. But Kyle says, me and Olivia, we had a chat. She lost a parent. I lost a parent. Caress was like, so she was trying to bond off of that? And Kyle was like, no, we bonded off of that. And she was just like, okay, fair. So now he feels like he can trust Olivia. They, finish up their talk and they hug again. And Kyle is just like, you still part of me. You still my bro. I was laughing at that because I'm like, that's the connection that y'all made. So it makes sense. Next we have alert, which is Paul's exit video. Everybody is gagged that it is not Paul. Lauren is like the only one that was like, I knew something was up with him. I knew something was up. She thought it was the AI, but I mean, the whole time it was the catfish, so she wasn't too far off. So Caress said that tea was spilled when I met my ride or die, but of course I'm not telling y'all who that is. She does a little rap, and it was so cute, so fun. And like I said, she really should have played herself. Like, everybody reacting to her smile, her personality. It was just like, she should have played herself. Even Miles said it, like, she should have played herself. I like that girl. We would have been fine either way. She should have played herself. And so next we have the circle chat. Of course everybody's wondering, well, who did Paul go see? Who's Paul ride or die? And Kyle jumps himself in the chat and was like, oh, I would have freaked out if she walked in. Jordan is like, that feels like overcompensation. Nobody else really picks up on it. But Jordan is like, it feels like you're overcompensating. Jordan also asks who tried to call him out. Because in the last message, she kind of, how they always kind of leave a little tea for everybody to stir and sip on and argue about. Jordan asks who tried to call him out, and my baby is home, and this door does not have a lock on it, so we're gonna see how it goes. I'm gonna have to change that doorknob out eventually. So almost everyone is annoyed with Jordan because he's always fishing for information. He has zero finesse. He has zero couth about him. He really don't have no connections to just jump in and ask these questions the way that he do. But Lauren's a little honky-dory self. She's like, well, we had a wild journey, but we ended it with lots of love. And everybody's just like, here she go, just want to hug and look at Care Bears and rainbows and stuff. Everybody just be super annoyed with her. But I mean, it's genuinely her personality. But for this game, they are so annoyed with Lauren at all times. Autumn is like, whew, I thought I was out of here. I thought it was going to be me. And she asked, why y'all been coming for me? Like, what's going on? Jordan's trying to get sympathy, and it's working on Miles. Like, it was just, I don't even remember what that was referring to, but it's working on Miles. And I was just like, Miles, baby, no, he playing you. He's a player. He's a player. He's a player now. I know he's a player. Girl, I used to love me some, what was that, Freestyle Unity? No, Freestyle Unity was on the Parkers. I can't remember their name when they was on Moesha. Ooh, now I gotta go figure out. I'm gonna have to look that up and see what their little band name was. Random, sorry. Back to the review, y'all. If you hear, you already know by now. I'm gonna break off into random song. I'm gonna break off into random movie quotes. It's just a part of who I am. I am like just pop culture filled with things, and I done trickled it down to my husband and my daughter, and so it just be so funny walking around in this house. And even if it's stuff my husband don't watch, I will sit there and make him watch the scene so he can know what I'm referencing. So he be knowing like Real Housewives quotes and stuff like that. Our favorite be, honk the horn on him, Greg, toot toot, beep beep, bam. If he's walking Melina in her little car and I'm driving down the horn, he be like, honk the horn on him, Lena. Just a little side bit, Y'all know what it is. I'm literally talking to myself. I gotta entertain myself, Bear with it. Y'all love it. Lauren and Autumn. Lauren is, of course, explaining herself. She doesn't want anything to think anything bad about her. Oh my gosh, how do we make everything work and everybody like each other? Please. Autumn is just very upset about it because she's like, that we were ride or dies. Like, your fate was tied to mine. Lauren is like, well, putting your name made me think it would insult you the least since we were just talking. I figured that you knew that we didn't have a problem because we were just talking. She didn't think it would have a domino effect like it did, because it truly did. She put her name for whatever the least likely or most likely, whatever was the unfavorable one of the situation, and everybody just was like, yeah, let's go for Autumn, which I feel like they would have went for Autumn anyway, because she was just the easy pick. She was new. She wasn't really making connections like that yet. So it probably would have happened anyway, but the fact that Lauren started it and that's her ride or die just twisted the knife like at too brute. And so Autumn is coming at her kind of hard. Like, she wants her to feel bad. She's like, girl, you could have went home if I went home. You're not thinking. Lauren is apologetic and she's feeling bad about it. But at the same time, she's like, wait, I need to be thinking about myself and my own gameplay and how I can win this game. Yes, baby, you do. Jordan is beyond annoying, y'all. Like, he grates my soul. It is just, oof. He is completely obsessed with Miles, and he really does not have any gameplay past trying to get Miles out. Like I said, he's not really making connections like that. He's falling into connections because he's trying to talk to everybody and get info. And depending on who he talks to, they're going to warm up to him. We'll get to that later. But he really has no gameplay other than, I got to get Miles out of here. Let me go over here and trash talk Miles so they don't like him either. It's so annoying. Miles is still thinking it's his circle bestie. They was in the chat talking about circle bestie, so Miles thinking this his friend. But Jordan still has his heart on that Miles is fooling everybody and he's running the circle. And my thing is, he's really not fooling anybody. They see that he's at the top more than he isn't. but he's playing an authentic game. People like his personality. He's likable. He's nice. He's got a little edge to him because he, is a F boy, as he said himself. So he's got a little edge to him. He's got a little spice to him. But the personality is there, and it's a likable personality. Miles is probably, within my top two of the game. I think it's Kyle and Miles for me. I started off thinking I wasn't gonna like him, but I'm like, yo, this guy seems like a fun guy, and he's so genuine. We can't forget, he sent them heart-shaped pancakes to our girl QT. That was just so sweet. That was just so sweet. So it's like he has a heart. He's playing genuine, but it's given either this is the guy Jordan always wanted to be, or this is the guy that Jordan always wanted to be with. So he is obsessed with trying to take him out because apparently Miles just represents something that's hard for him. And Miles is a trigger all in himself, and it's Jordan needs to go with Summer from Summer's house, Martha's Vineyard, and they both need to go sit in somebody's therapy chairs because, baby, we need you to heal. Heal, okay? We need you to heal. So next, QT and Olivia. They chatting on some girl gang-ish, nothing really important happened here. They just feel like QT is trying to make sure that Olivia is not mad at her. She's trying to make sure that she's keeping everybody on her good side. They both feel like she convinces her that it was a miscommunication with them after the Cassie blocking. And Olivia is for that. QT completely disarms Olivia. They have a good chat. They form an alliance, and they agree that the goal for Autumn to be their last place. So next we get an alert. We're going to play a game called Naughty or Nice, and they have to post a pick, a naughty pick and a nice pick. The picks suck, okay? It's like only 2 people gave true naughty picks, I wanted to see everybody in a bathing suit, Speedos, abs. I wanted to see all of the naughty things. QT said on somebody's YouTube comments, I can't remember who it was. Was it Queenie? It might have been Queen E. QT said that production didn't put any of her bikini pictures in her circle file. So of course she has bikini pictures, but they weren't there for the choosing. I said, oh, okay, this is a part of the scripted, non-scripted that they do. They wanted Lauren and Olivia to lead in this game because they seem like they're the only ones that have the bikini pics, right? So everybody posts their picture. Like I said, all right, cool. Nice picture winner is Olivia / Brandon, Livy B, as a nurse, because they're both nurses. That's how they know each other. Naughty picture winner, Lauren in a bikini sitting up on the counter making a little booty meat look like a little something, right? So next we see Kyle is in his apartment, and he's like looking at the picture of his wife like, I'm sorry, baby, I gotta do this for the game. So even though he's married, he gotta get some gameplay on to romantically align with Livy B. This is hilarious to me because it's like, I'm glad that he's not serious because he's married, because that would make it all the more like, this is happening. I've been flirting with a dude this whole time. But yes, it's a hot mess. Kyle and Olivia get into a heavy flirtation situation, child. It was just real intense. I was like, oh my goodness. He talks about, what did he say? He was like, yeah, I'm really a big softie underneath it all. Olivia Brandon in a hot tub. You won't be a big softie when I'm done with you. Brandon is funny. Brandon is so funny, even though his gameplay is kind of lacking. But he had me cracking up. So Kyle sends a thirst trap picture, print showing and all. Livy B sends back a thirst trap picture, a bikini pic, like, oh, I'm wearing that same bikini right now in a hot tub. And yeah, Yeah, y'all, it was just funny seeing these two flirt. Um, it's even one part of the show. I think it's on the next episode. I didn't write it down because it wasn't that important, but it was hilarious. Lauren was talking to somebody, and she's like, I really trust Olivia. I think she's so real. And then she's like, huh, this will be the part where the cameras flash over to Olivia, and it's like some old guy playing her. And it flashes over to Brandon over there. And I was like, yep, you're right about that. Next, they get an alert. Alert! What's happening now? The top player wins influencer. It's just one person is going to be influencer, and their ride or die will anonymously join them to block somebody. I said, oh, this is about to get messy. These are the times I feel like, because a lot of people were saying they feel like the circle gets a bit scripted. I don't think the players themselves are scripted, but the behind the scenes, the production things, I think that could be scripted, because I just, QT and Jordan being the influencers together, we'll get there. I'm jumping ahead. So that was how episode 9 ended. Episode 10, they do their ratings. I feel like everybody rated as expected. Nothing really jumped out to me with that. Lauren chats to QT to check in on the girls and get the tea. Give me the tea on the girls. How you feeling about people? Lauren is so special because she is still not helping Autumn out. And it's like, we don't know how long y'all are tied to y'all ride or dies. Are you ready to go home? Is this your subtle way of, if you get Autumn out, you get to go home too? Like, what is your reasoning? What was the reason? What was the reason? In my Cardi B screaming voice. Their chat is hilarious because they're both evading questions, and it's just all fluff. It's just no substance in this conversation. Who don't you like? Well, I've connected with most of the people, but yeah. Who don't you like? Well, I have my alliance, but yeah. It's just nothing happening. It's just giving airhead girl conversation. Neither one of them are giving up their strategy or their gameplay, and I don't blame them. Autumn and Jordan chat, and Jordan is overwhelming as with his hatred for Miles. It's just so overwhelming. I could see if Miles did something to you, if Miles, voted you least likely to make friends or something on one of the games. But literally none of this has happened. It has not happened. So for him to just be completely obsessed with Miles is so overwhelming, y'all. Jordan tells, who he talking to? Autumn. Autumn and Jordan are chatting. Jordan tells her that Miles is using his good looks to manipulate me. Like, why? That is just so trifling and disgusting to me, to like try to play on somebody's sexuality because you don't like them. It's just so unnecessary. And this is like the second person Jordan has went to try to sow seeds that Miles is flirting with him. Miles is trying to manipulate him on a romantic front. It's just so rude. I wonder how everybody's gonna feel when they see that, how obsessed he is. Like, do they get to see this stuff before they have a reunion? I truly cannot remember. I think they do. They have to. It wouldn't make for a fun reunion, right? I truly can't remember past seasons, but I really hope that they do. He's so annoying, though. The game. They play a game. The game is, oh, we're going there. They get a chance to anonymously ask someone a question. Of course, it gets messy. Mostly everyone is evading answering by not directly giving names. Boring, but expected. Nobody wants to give up their gameplay. Nobody's going to be like, yeah, I'm coming for you in the group chat. Not everybody's like, well, what's happening? Now it's, I get it. Um, there were some messy questions that gave me a hee-haw here and there, but mostly what I took from this game was that Jordan asked Miles, how does he feel about having the circle wrapped around his finger? Miles admits that he's kind of insecure about it and he's just playing the game as authentically as possible. Which is true. He's not trying to do anything to be the favorite or to get rated high. He's not going in people's chats like, hey, if you rate me high, I'm gonna rate you high so we can stay in the game. He's not really doing that. He has his alliance and they have that talk because that's his alliance, but he's not like campaigning for himself to be number one. So he's just playing authentically. Jordan is freaking out because he feels like Miles' answer is going to endear people to him more. I hate him. I hate this guy so much. Oh my God. I hate this guy. I hate this guy. It's just like, seek help. Seriously, like, seek help. I hope when he gets home and his boyfriend watches this season that his boyfriend like sits down and has a real conversation with him, because we got to get to the, well, not we, you got to get to the root of what your problem is with Miles, and you need to address it head on in therapy or guys like Miles, because it's not even Miles, it's who Miles represents to him. He got to get to the bottom of that, because it's, you gonna pop a blood vessel worried about this man and trying to get this man out, and you don't even know him, and this is just a game. It's $100,000 on the line, but it's still just a game, and you know you're not gonna win. You know you're not gonna win. It's not like it's down to you and him and you gotta get him out and you win. So all these emotions, it's just relax, my guy. Relax. Tres Fuegos, which is Kyle, QT, and Miles, have a group chat to see how they're feeling, who they're feeling, and who they're not feeling. They agree that Lauren and Autumn are their least favorites. They're gonna vote them lowest next ratings. They also talk about how, you know, Olivia moved on up in their ranks. They like Olivia, and they're just like, basically like, oh, it's about to be a double date, huh? In a private chat, Jordan tells Lauren that Miles told me I can't trust you. She's just so naive and concerned, and you know, he's just trying to get her to turn against Miles, but she's just like, I wonder what I did. Oh no. Jordan kind of succeeds with this chat because he's like, he called you Two-Faced. Nobody realizes his power. He's going to win this game. We got to get him out. They form an alliance, and she makes sure that she puts Autumn's name in there too. So it's like, hey, we in an alliance, but I'm in an alliance with Autumn as well. So the three of us are in an alliance. He's perfectly fine with that because he needs somebody on his side. This is his first time really making an alliance in this game, y'all. So he's just like, whoo, I got somebody that'll ride for me. Cool. It's crazy to me how Miles is so, I mean, not Miles, Jordan is so obsessed with Miles when QT is really the mastermind. The puppet master. She's the one that's playing the game strategically. She's not playing authentically, which is not a problem, but she's playing strategically, but not in a nasty way like Jordan is trying to. So it's so amazing to me how he completely skips past QT being the person that she is and putting it all on Miles because, like I said, Miles represents a trigger for him. Meanwhile, Miles is just out here enjoying his time. He ain't really got no strategy neither. He just playing himself. He ain't got no strategy. Alert, y'all. The ratings are in. So people aren't tied to their ride or die as far as being blocked. But the number one will be the influencer, and their ride or die will be the super secret influencer and assist in the blocking. Number 7 is Autumn. Number 6 is Jordan. We figured them two would be in the bottom. Number 5 is Kyle. Number 4 is Lauren. Number 3 is Miles. Number 2 is Olivia. Number 1 is QT. Like I said, I just feel like they set that up to have QT and Jordan in there arguing about who they finna send home. I'm so mad that Jordan gets to be an influencer, but QT shut all that down in a second anyway. She wants to get Lauren and Autumn out, but that's his alliance, so he's not going for that. He tries to focus his energy on Miles. I have a secret. Miles is playing you. He will never pick you over Kyle. He is running this game and you're gonna let him win. QT is like, boy, I mean, whatever. But eliminating Miles is out of the question. And he's still trying, but eventually he gives up on Miles and tries to go for Kyle. And she's just like, Jordan, like, what are you doing? Why? It would be blood on my hands for one. Like, you're a secret. So people don't even know you're back here playing to eliminate anybody. So I would look like the deceitful one, the non-truthful one, the fake one, if I block somebody in my alliance and everybody knows I'm in alliance with them. It's not just like a secret alliance that nobody know about. Tres Fuegos love each other out loud, okay? Tres Fuegos love each other out loud, okay? So Jordan is just an idiot because he is trying his hardest to get Miles or Kyle out of there. It's literally so ridiculous of him because she don't need you to succeed in this game. He's trying to make it be like, well, if you block somebody from your alliance, I'll make sure my alliance look out for you. Baby, I don't need your help. Do you see this? I'm the influencer. You're only here because I'm here. You were almost dead last. So your alliance ain't even working for you, boo. So how's it gonna work for me? And I'm gonna block mine. Make it make sense. But Jordan is standing 10 toes down on he's not getting rid of Autumn. He's not getting rid of Lauren. It has to be somebody in Tres Fuegos. And that's how that episode ends. And I'm about to hop on another video and record the next one. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Comment, let me know if you're liking these reviews. And I'll see y'all in the next one.